are some of your past experiences and memories with the Tupelo Parade?
Just like what you said, growing up, to me, the parade belongs at night. And, when I first came in, that's one of the things I asked if can we get back to that? And the first year, because of the schedule of the Clydesdales and different things, it was actually pretty easy to change to the night or back to a night parade. And that's something we've been able to keep. So I think, just with the evening parades, it feels more like Christmas. I certainly understand the want and need for the daytime parade, particularly to get people in the city and more of an economic benefit for the city. But I don't know, it just feels a lot like Christmas when it's at night to me.
Agree.
And, just that special. Like I said, you're growing up here, myself, those memories of just such a fun time of, being down there at night and watching all the floats go by.
Yeah, it definitely makes it for a prettier parade too, and everything's lit up at night.
I look better when the
Dude,
lights
at night,
are,
yeah,
so.
I'm the same way. That's why we do radio.
Yeah, got a face for radio.
Although it's being filmed today, so it's kind of...
All of the construction downtown, I'm not sure if all of the seat covers on the new brickwork will be on there, but there will be cones, where there's, some potential trip hazard or something like that. They'll have cones out. But by and large, it'll be, everything will be clear. The new brickwork actually will provide additional places for people to sit and stand. So I don't think any of the brickwork or construction work will be any hindrance downtown. I think we're looking good. We got water and light to check all the lights along along the route. So it should be a great parade.
While we're talking about East Tupelo, I just want to pick your brain a little bit about the exciting announcement yesterday of the Vietnam Memorial that we're looking forward to at the Veterans Park.
That's something that I'm very passionate about and extremely excited about. We have a Veterans Memorial Park here, and as Councilman Palmer often points out that we have many parks that are simply for recreation. This park, in addition to being for recreation, is a memorial to our veterans and a memorial to our troops and a place for reflection and remembrance. But what I like, or one of the things I like most about the Vietnam Wall project is it is not just a true community-led initiative. The driving forces behind it aren't even from Tupelo. They're primarily Etowah County residents that just thought that Veterans Park, since it is that memorial, was a perfect location for it. And you've got volunteers, you've got veterans groups, you've got private companies, the Veterans Council here, all working together to make it happen.
I want to talk to you too, as well, Jason, about these committees, these cities committees. We've written some stuff on it lately. You're currently trying to figure out whose terms have expired, if new people need to come on board, and just to explain to people these committees, what the purpose they serve for the city.
Well, the cities, we have a tremendous volunteer network in the city of Tupelo. I think it's 16 committees that perform very vital functions for the city of Tupelo. We mentioned Neil McCoy. There's a volunteer advisory board for the CVB.
Right.
There's one for the Coliseum. There's one for Park and Recreation. The Quality of Life Committee that decides how about $65,000 a year is spent. The Major Thoroughfare Committee that not just decides how money is spent, but builds our infrastructure, for the city of Tupelo. The most recent success is the Northern Loop to the Mall at Barnes Crossing. And these are all volunteer committees that make these decisions for Tupelo. But, at the same time, these committees all have limitations on how long you're supposed to serve. So as an elected official, you don't... you try not to pick fights if you don't have to.
Yeah.
And I don't want to do that, but particularly because we have great people on there. There's not a single individual that isn't doing a good job that we don't want active and engaged in the city of Tupelo. So we're trying to walk a very fine line of not offending anyone, wanting to encourage the volunteerism, the service,
Yeah.
but at the same time, rotate people a little bit where we get, new people and new ideas on the different committees.
You think about committees, and sometimes you can have too many committees and nothing gets done. How is it kind of different for Tupelo? Because there is kind of that volunteer spirit in this city, and that seems to be kind of what drives these committees, and they're pretty effective, aren't they?
Yeah. One of Dr. Vaughn Grisham's lines, and I think it was mentioned in an opinion piece the other day, is that Tupelo and Lee County is a place where it's more difficult not to be involved than to be involved. And I think that's reflected in our committee system in Tupelo. We have an active and engaged citizenry here of people that understand it's not just going to happen. We have to get in there and make it happen.
Yeah.
And we're not just going to rely on the government, whether it's city government or anybody else. As a community, we're going to make it happen.
The volunteer spirit, we saw that after the tornado last year, and it's been a little over 18 months now, I think. And we've just seen these neighborhoods that were affected just really kind of come back to life, and pretty quickly. Still a lot of work to do. Where are we at on some of this neighborhood redevelopment right now?
Well, as you said, the response of the citizens of Tupelo, we call, we reference the Tupelo spirit here, but we saw the Christian spirit in action of not just neighbors helping neighbors, not just going to help your friend from high school or your cousin or your immediate family. We saw complete strangers helping strangers, that people just came in and went to work. And I think that's something that was unique about our response, is just that so many people came in. We had Melinda Tidwell at United Way deserves a huge amount of credit for coordinating that volunteer response. And we did. We got, through FEMA and MEMA, we had that assistance, but even in a tornado, the city or the government can't go onto private property. So we had thousands of volunteers that got debris out of the yards onto the street where we could get it. The rebuilding effort, as you mentioned, we've got a long way to go, but I really think that we can put our response against anyone in that situation. I think we've done as good as possible, and a lot of credit goes to the individuals and the homeowners. But as a city, we have tried to help as much as possible. We've got a 9-year plan for replanting. We've got, I think it is $150,000 budgeted this year for mainly replanting the intersection there where St. James is.
St. Luke. St. Luke, yeah. At McCullough there. Yeah. I was going to ask you kind of what are some major goals for 2016 as far as the redevelopment?
Just to continue as we have been, the neighborhoods, the housing issue is what I campaigned on, and I still think that is our number one issue in the city of Tupelo.
Yeah.
We have got to make Tupelo attractive and desirable for young people to want to live here. And so we're just continuing that process. Code enforcement, the overlay districts, the things that we've been doing are something we're just going to continue. And I think they're having a positive impact.